right?
I said, I love you,
That's not what we
Jer.
say.
Te amo, Jer.
Taco Tuesday, Kev.
Oh, I wish.
Hey, everyone, and welcome to episode 274 of the 8-Bit Geek. You know, listening to 8-Bit is a lot like winning the lottery. You know, you play your numbers, the same ones that you've played every week for the past 10 years, only to pretty much, you know, fail every week. You don't win. But not this time. That jackpot is yours, baby. They start to read the numbers. Do they still do it on TV, guys? I don't know if they still read numbers on TV. I think it's just on the internet. Anyways, they read numbers in where you're watching. They read them off. 4, 2, 0, 6,
Nice.
9.
Nice.
You win. Along with, 10,000 other people. And your cut is $50. Congrats, idiot. Stop playing those numbers. I'm Jeremy. With me today are, well, just two idiots.
One day, those numbers are going to work for me. I'm Doug.
And one day, just for kicks, I'm going to play 4, 8, 15, 16, 23,
No, don't do that.
40.
No, don't do that.
8.
No, don't do that.
And then if I get sent to an island that is cursed.
Oh, God.
But I'm Kevin.
Hey, you guys got any big plans for the 4th of July coming up? Because that's in like a day. But when this gets released, it'll be a day.
No.
So what do you do? What are you doing tomorrow?
Nothing, because I got to go back to work on fucking Thursday. So,
yeah.
Not a damn thing.
So you guys don't look at pretty lights in the sky go boom?
Nah. I would like to, but my dog is scared of everything with that when it comes to that. So I'm probably just going to be hanging out of the house with him and keeping him calm.
So you don't like leave him at the house and then just go out on a date?
On the 4th of July? I mean, we've done it before, but we feel really bad for him.
Does he usually go everywhere with you guys?
No, everywhere. I mean, he usually stays at home.
Are you? Oh, okay. So what you're saying?
20 on the table for him if he wants to order pizza or anything,
Right. Well, I'm just asking because I guess like since you live in the city, like all those.
We don't live in the city. We live in the suburbs.
So in the suburbs, then the fireworks go off and scare the dog.
Yes, like thunder. Like he freaks out over thunder and lightning. Like thunder when thunder rolls and the lightning's striking, he's freaks out. So I like fireworks are the same thing when the boom booms go off.
Okay, Doug, you going boom boom tomorrow?
you go boom boom.
No,
he went boom boom in his pants.
No, he went boom boom, got another baby.
Yeah.
No plans for Wednesday.
Do you ever go? Have you ever gone out with Katie and saw the boom booms?
Yeah, growing up, I had friends that lived outside of Fort Worth, and where it was legal to shoot off fireworks, and we would do that every year. And last summer, our friends, like family, like they sold their house out there and they moved down to like 7th Street. Like they live off 7th Street now. This like older couple living on fucking 7th Street, like a bunch of goddamn fucking
Thank
hipsters.
you for that sexy follow.
And so no, we don't do that anymore. Which it sucks because I mean it was out, literally this neighborhood out in the middle of nowhere. Everyone was shooting off fireworks. It was fireworks like 360. Everywhere you look, there was fireworks going off. We used to shoot them off in their backyard. Our families would spend hundreds of dollars buying fireworks and whatnot. And we were dumb and we used to set them off in like a bucket on the ground.
Right.
So you'd like a mortar that you would put in a mortar thing. No, in a bucket.
So that went sky high, I'm sure.
No.
It just blew up.
It just blew up, but it made them like ground level. It was a lot of fun. Caleb was there. We used to do this all the time. We used to shoot shit at each other. It was dumb. I'm surprised any of us are still alive, and with all of our like appendages still attached.
Well,
I have
Caleb, you know.
I have I've been spoiled, and now regular fucking fireworks in the city aren't as cool anymore.
Yeah.
I went to so in the city they just do fireworks, it's whatever, and then they have a big finale. But for the past like 3 or 4 years, I used to go out to this really like super rich neighborhood, right? And Doug may know where it is, but it's where Jason Witten lives, and so it's like Valero, Vaquero. Anyways, I don't fucking know. It's in the expensive part of town. All the rich people there live there. All these rappers and shit, and sports figures. So we know somebody who is the CEO of La Quinta, and so we would go over there and hang out. Well, I don't know them. Let's just get that straight. I'm friends of a friend, and I would get invited to this thing while they were out of town. So we'd go swimming, and then we'd watch a private. They have their own lake, and so we would watch a private show, and we'd be like 10 feet away from the fucking fireworks, and it was incredible. It was bigger and better than anything the city put on. And so now I went last year. That fun's over now, because they don't travel as much. So we don't get to go over there anymore. And so now last year we went down to 7th Street, and we were like, what was this? It was boring. Let's go home.
Yeah.
So that's my experiences with the city. Also, I went to California and saw fireworks on the beach. Nothing really beats that.
Yeah.
On 4th of July.
I'm sure your baseball teams do it too, but like the Royals, they would have like, I think every Friday night, if it's a home game, after the game, they'll have fireworks, like a fireworks show. You just hang around and catch like 30 extra minutes of fireworks, like stuff like that. And you get a great seat for that.
So, if you like what you're hearing, then you are more than welcome to go on over to Audio Boom and hit that subscribe button. And why Audio Boom? Why do we always put Audio Boom first over all the others? Well, because they pay the bills. Yeah. They pay for all the bandwidth for us to get the show to you, and they are our sponsor, so we recommend them first. But if you don't want to go to Audio Boom, you're more than welcome to use Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, and anywhere else you find a podcast, because we're there. Okay. You can also follow us on social media at the 8-Bit Geek. And of course, we record Monday night live on Twitch, where you can come hang out in the chat, be a part of this show, and have some fun. Now, if you can't make it to a Monday recording because you're in a different country and it's like, 4 a.m. and you're like, fuck all that noise, or you got plans on Monday night. So maybe you record your own podcast and you're like, fuck, I wish I could be to that, but I can't because I'm making my own history here. Then you can join our Discord. You can have some fun. We have a thriving community. A lot of people are chatting every day, make some new friends. And that leads me into also talking about, we have community game nights now. So it's really special. Every week we're playing new games. This week we're playing War Thunder, and we're also doing Mario Kart 8. So come be a part of that. If you got a Switch, do that. And then War Thunder is free on the PC. So that way you can play that with everybody. All that is available online on the website if you go to the event page on the 8bitgeek.com. What else we got? Oh, we want to hook you up with another show that we have on the network, okay? We've got 3 other shows that you could tune into. We have 8-Bit Saga, we have Divas Dropkicks and Dives, and we have Brainberry Tarts. So if you like this show or you don't like this show, go check out another show. Stay here. Stay in the 8-Bit Geek Network, okay? Of course, we also pimp out our Patreon every week. Before we get into the content, we just want to say the reason why we give so much time to Patreon is because we want to make sure that you guys know that your money is going to some good use, okay? Right now, we are about to upgrade all of 8-Bit Saga's microphones. And so those are all going to be to give some better quality to that show. God knows we need it. And then also we're getting Divas Drop Kicks and Dives. We're getting your artwork done. We're finishing that up. We're getting some new shirts made. And so and they're going off to, I think we're trying to get you also a belt for display at cons. So
Yes,
all this is done with the money that you guys are contributing every month, and we just want to say thank you for that. and we should read off names. I think Doug is probably getting that prepped right now. I can see him shaking his head. Yes.
Now his eyes twitching. It's really weird.
Yeah, well, that's just because of how long the list is now. We started Patreon when we started doing Patreon a couple years back. It was like we thought about launching it. We're like, you know what? Nobody's going to be dumb enough to give us money, right, for what we do. And so when we started it off, we're like, there's 5 or 6 people, and then 4 of them was us.
Yep.
And so then it kept growing and growing and growing, and we can't say enough great things for you guys, because without you, there is no 8-bit. There is no doing all this extra content and actually getting our name out there. So thank you so much. Doug, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to start now?
Yeah.
All right, there's like 74 fucking names, so...
Here we go. Sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, if you gotta go take a pee break, this is the time to do it.
All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, this is the time to do it. All right. We would like to thank Mike, David, Ryan, Floor Salami. I forgot about that fucking name.
Every time.
Lauren, Sir Cashmere Jones III. Wait a minute.
That is awesome.
Lawrence. We got Barry, Guestimator, Victor, Deb, Blake, Brett, Jessica, Benny, Babs. Hold on, I gotta scroll a little bit. Let's see. Bradosaurus, One Step Down, Aiden. I'm guessing that's Aiden. Keegan, Jen, Andrew. Who the fuck is Kenny? Seriously though.
Really though.
Who the fuck is Kenny? Chad, Antoine, Anubis. It says it in parentheses. Was Frodo. Hashtag cheesy gamer tags. Cool. Ben Lurch, Robert, Lee, Renee, Julian, Gavin. We gotta scroll some more. Hold on. Sorry. Let's see.
I'm between brother Julian,
Ross, Albert, and Windress. Hey, David and Nick, Chris and AJ and Carl and Alt Saxon. Okay, Silver Dusk, Christy, Christopher. That is a classic. Blades, Snorkel, Gone Off. Some of y'all motherfuckers need to go check your accounts because there's a lot that are like pending still. So I'm skipping those for now.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's a lot. Joshy Boo, Francisco, Henrik, Link, Timo, Andrew, another Andrew, Tony, The Lonely Trainers Pokemon Gang, Jimbo, I Love Ratty. Which one is this?
I wonder who did that.
Yeah, I think this is Ratty UK. Eric, Leonard, Justin, and Linz, and Touchebag, Caleb, and Jesse. And then, last but not least, we got Crassy, Garth, Chipboard, and Mado.
Yay, party on, Garth.
And another mic at the end. And, of course, Ed. And the secret donator, Brutal Moose.
Oh. I thought it was our friend Jesse, our secret CEO.
No.
So thank you, everybody.
Our secret CEO doesn't fucking go to us. What the fuck, man?
Well, I mean, he did get us into a launch party, so I think that goes a long way.
3 years ago.
It's still paying itself off. Kev,
Yeah,
how happy are you with that game?
I bought the game twice.
Yeah.
They got my money.
Yeah, that still didn't cover your bar tab for the night.
Are you trying to say I'm a lush? I don't know.
A lot.
You drank a lot.
I did. That was the night I had Whataburger for the first time. At least that's what you guys tell me.
He doesn't remember.
I just remember it was Whataburger. I don't remember anything about it.
You remember the girl that got drunk and couldn't stand outside while we were out there?
No, you guys told me about her where like she was like barefoot scraping on the ground or something.
Yeah, she was super white girl wasted.
Oh yeah, was that? I thought that was Doug and I. We were sitting outside in the smoking area.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to watch fucking Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Dan the Automator blow my fucking mind. And then you guys are like, hey, let's go back up to VIP. And so I went from the front of the stage all the way to the back. And as soon as we get up there, we're denied VIP. And then fucking
Whoa.
Clint Eastwood comes on.
Whoa. Hold on. First of all, we got into VIP the first time. So let's not play games here, okay?
We did. The first time we did. That's why
nobody was having that shit until Clint Eastwood came on.
I was having that shit. I was having the time of my life. I had Deltron 3030.
So we all had a good time, and then I met your. All right, let's move on to Misconnection. Every week we take real ads from the Misconnection section of Craigslist. We read them in funny voices. They are completely real. We don't edit them in any way, but we definitely can't make this stuff up.
Boy sees girl. Boy is interested in girl. Boy awkwardly stares at girl from across the room. Boy never approaches girl. Girl leaves. Boy swears they're meant for one another. Boy turns to Craigslist for help finding girl. 8-Bit Geek steps in. Welcome to Misconnections.
Hey, Sean?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, what's up, Sean? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing fine. Sorry, I was scrolling ahead through the notes.
One of my favorite things to do is on this show, Sean.
What's that?
It's to look at people, to watch people's reaction in the chat who watch the show for the first time, and then they go, Doug and Sean are the same person.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? Like, because I feel like so often I'm like, you know, and then I put it in your butt. What the fuck? Like, it just totally break. And it's so funny because like,
I thought that we've covered that before. I guess maybe people have missed it when we've said it, but it's truly amazing that I'm sure that this won't be the last time too. I'm sure in another 100 episodes, people will be like, "Holy shit, what?" Yeah. So Sean, where you been?
I just like you think that we just call in people like every week. What do they do the rest of the show? I gotta go to Ed's to go swim, I guess. I don't know.
All right, I'm on my way.
This one goes out to the girl who handcuffed me yesterday morning. Please come back.
Baby, come back.
Is a male for women, 35, in Georgetown. You probably know who you are from the title. We met Monday night out in Adams Morgan. You came home to my place near Georgetown. Yesterday morning, as I was about ready to leave for work, you suggested some more fun. You had me put on your dress from the night before. You used my handcuffs and leg irons on me. You gave me an amazing kiss, and then you left with the keys.
Oh, shit.
Please come back for the fun that you promised, or at least unlock me. I'll give you my address if you don't remember where I lived. And bring back my wallet, too. It's hard doing much with my hands behind my back. Or I have to go to work at some point. And I have to go to work at some point. I don't want to have to go looking for help like this.
How are you typing with your hands locked behind your back?
Thank you. I didn't want to break kayfabe here, but I guess, yeah. How do you do this?
Hey, Siri.
Perfect. Fucking perfect.
Yes. So Siri can post Craigslist posting.
Yeah, ask her.
Hey, Alexa. Post to Craigslist. Subject. Girl who handcuffed me yesterday morning, please come back, space, dash, M4W dash 35, open parentheses, Georgetown, close parentheses.
Wait, you made a mistake. So how many times have you reread this to her?
It took me 8 hours.
Oh, that's awesome.
No.
You guys feel a breeze?
Oh, no.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, hi,
Hey.
Marky.
Hey, Kev. What's up, number one fanboy?
No.
Hey.
No. You've got me confused with Doug.
Hey, Marky.
Hey, Sean, what's going on?
Hey, do you have any other spare keys for the handcuffs that you lent me?
Of course, I've got like 14 pair.
Cool, because I might need some because I'm totally still handcuffed.
I will come over there right now and unhandcuff you and be like your superhero man or something.
You could be my hero, baby.
Sing it, baby. Sing it.
You could unlock my sins
could
away.
Unlock all of it. Yeah.
You can take these cuffs away.
I will take those cuffs away. Big solo time. I'm your hero, baby. Yeah.
What? You sounded like he was trying to do a shitty Frank Sinatra.
What? I'm scheduled to play him next month, okay?
Oh, God.
Anyways, this goes out. Hey, you gave me a BJ
What?
at the Buckethead show tonight. BJ.
Oh.
You know, the large supermarket?
Is it really a large supermarket chain called BJ?
It's called BJ's.
Oh.
Frugal that. Anyway, I call frugal because he's saving monies when you go to BJ's.
Damn it.
Number one sponsor, baby. I was rocking out to Buckethead, as I do. I noticed you were too. And you were like grinding on me and shit. It seemed out of place, but I was like, hey, I'm going to go with it, okay? And then I started making out, and one thing led to another. Afterwards, you gave me a number. But I asked, so what's your mother's name? Excuse me?
Typical
Your mom's
Marky.
name? At this point, I already like deleted you from my phone book because I realized that you were fucking weird or something. But like in a good way. Pretty sure you were high. Anyway, me, that dude that had his penis in your mouth. You were the crazy cute hippie chick with cool hat, cool hair, and smelled like cinnamon rolls. Love cinnamon rolls.
Who doesn't?
I would say like this is a misconnection. So much as like a confusing encounter or something. Wait, I wrote that wrong. I meant I wouldn't say this was a misconnection. And so, you know, as much as like, I'm going to move on. Anyway, I didn't get your name and I don't have your number. So hit me up, okay? What's this? Black, tight, and white. I thought you were super cute. The way you looked kind of like shocked and awe and scared me. And when you saw me too, I don't fucking know what's going on. I know it's an impressive piece of work, not to be cocky. Open parentheses, pun intended, closing parentheses.
Close what?
In parentheses.
Okay, good enough.
Anyway, I gotta
Are
get
you
going.
handcuffed too?
Yeah, but I'm using Google's.
Oh, no, I ain't about that life.
She ain't good enough, okay? Hey, but it came pre-installed with the house. Anyways, I gotta go, okay? The wife is almost home. Bye.
Good God.
Is he married again?
I think he's always been married.
Oh, well. Damn. So he is a cuck. Okay, well, hello, everybody. I've spent some time with Marky and his wife. I didn't know it was his wife at the time.
Huh.
Well, let me tell you about a time that I... Oh, no. I bent you over behind the dumpster at KFC on 529 and Highway 6. Male for women, Houston, Texas. Hi. I bent you over behind the dumpster at the KFC at 529 and Highway 6, like the title intended. After we were done, we went inside to have some fried chicken, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a Diet Coke. I would like to see you again, except this time I want to do it behind the dumpster at McDonald's. And then go have a Big Mac with cheese, fries, and a Dr. Pepper. Either that or a number 4.
Oh, shit, the number 4? That's a
It's-
double quarter pounder with cheese.
That you read my mind there, buddy.
Shit, if this person doesn't call you, I'll hit you up, brother.
Sean, you are my wingman.
Wait, you're gonna bend him over
I mean, whatever. It gives me a number 4.
I mean, depends on who's buying the meals. So, but if you don't like Mickey D's, we can go to Taco Bell and do it behind the dumpster there, and then go have a 7-layer burrito, a chalupa, a Mexican pizza, something off the 99-cent menu, and a Sprite.
God damn.
Contact me.
Listen, when haven't you gone to a Taco Bell and spent like $10 and came back with just 2 garbage bag fulls of food?
That's very true. They know their audience.
Oh, thank you for the $10. Here's everything we have prepared.
Yeah, basically. I remember, like, I want to say the early 2000s or mid 2000s, where they had a marketing campaign where they literally sold a meal for $4.20. Like, they knew their audience.
Now, you could still do that. You could go in there for like $5.50 and get 3 tacos and a drink.
Oh yeah,
and then get some stuff off the 99-cent menu.
mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys ever have their Fiesta potatoes?
Yes, love them.
Man, that's a hidden item. It's not on the menu. Go try them.
Yeah, it is.
Not over here. Not in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, I don't ever see it on the menu.
I believe
But
it's
if
on
you
like
guys-
the dollar menu.
If you guys have a chance, go get them Fiesta potatoes, man.
Yes, they're good.
Let's
Doug,
see. I'm just
stop what you're doing. Go get 'em right now.
DoorDash real quick. And we're gonna-
DoorDash.
I'm gonna see if it's on the menu.
So, yeah.
No, yeah, y'all continue. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Well, I was actually waiting. I was like in anticipation. I didn't know if it was.
Taco Bell.
If you
Here we
can
go.
find
Hold
it on there.
hold hold on.
All right.
Oh, by the way,
Where would
Bill
it be? A side or something maybe?
Conversation.
I think it'd be a side or the dollar menu if it's going to be there.
Let's see. For sides, we got chips and cheese, pintos and
Uh-huh.
cheese, cheesy Fiesta potatoes.
There they are.
There you go.
There they are. Cheesy Fiesta
right.
potatoes.
They're on the menu.
They're $1.38.
Get them shits. Order
Get
it
'em.
right now.
Order them.
They're 230 calories.
Get
So-
4.
Four
Get
of them. Here, use Jeremy's credit card.
Yeah, I'm going to give you the number right now.
Yeah, just get it
Kev,
over the stream.
Kev, give me your credit card number.
All right, hold on one second. Hey, Doug,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna have to use your credit card for this one.
I can't.
You should tell us your credit card number as you're using it yourself.
All right, it is.
It is negative. There is nothing on there.
Oh, I could order some Church's chicken right now.
Ooh, don't do it, Doug. Don't do
Those
it.
butter biscuits. Don't do it, Doug. Don't
We're
do
on-
it.
We're on. They're not limited, Olivia. Olivia.
Hey, yeah. So if anyone wants to send me some money, we'll do a burrito cam live in the show. Just send me some money and I'll order some fucking Taco Bueno or something right now.
No,
Just
you don't
kidding.
need that right now, man. We're all on diets.
I know.
Yes.
I know. I'm
All right,
I'm
let's
close.
go to the box office. Let's get our minds off food, okay?
All right.
And you know it's been eating up the top charts, right?
Oh,
Dinosaurs. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom
oh.
made 60 million for a total of 264 million at the box office, which is crazy. And I think that sets. I just saw a story today that it's an all-time high now for the summer cinema in cinema history. It's like the top 3 billion for.
Yeah, I mean, when Infinity War is what kicks you off, and it starts off with a solid billion in the first like month, you're gonna have a good summer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That is ridiculous.
Yep. And so Incredibles 2 came in with 45.5 for a total of 439 in 3 weeks. Hey, I went to go see that movie.
This is a good weekend for movies, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. This for
So
sometimes
hot
we're-
outside.
for-
Nobody
yeah,
wants to be outside.
I mean, because the
Uh,
movie that came out this week, Sicario, was number 3 with only 19 million. So you're like, oh, there's not really anything that came out this weekend. You kind of expect low numbers, but 60 and then 45 for the first
Excuse
3
me,
movies?
Uncle Drew came out this weekend,
What the fuck?
which was 15.5 million. Don't sleep on Uncle Drew now.
Did you?
I want to see this movie
you haven't
so
even
bad.
seen it yet, so
I don't even know who it is. Oh
it's
my
the movie with the
basketball movie.
basketball players, the old.
Ooh, are you gonna be my sugar
okay. I
daddy?
saw a trailer for that. It looked all right.
I want to have some old school fun with that one. I hope it's really good.
There you go.
So, all right, let's get into the rumor mill. Because Lucasfilm, have you heard this one? I didn't even know this was a thing.
This is the first I'm hearing about it, and I think it's
Yeah.
garbage.
Have you heard this one? Yeah.
Hi, welcome everybody to the Tinseltown rumor mill. Have you heard this one? Kathleen Kennedy's thinking about getting fired.
She's thinking about getting fired. You could think about that.
I guess with all the money that's being lost and everything, there's rumors going around Hollywood that she's going to lose her job, and that there would be a replacement, which would be Kevin Feige. But he's come out and said that's not true. I'm not taking over Star Wars. But it's an interesting rumor, and usually I don't post things on rumors, but this does have to do with Star Wars and Marvel. And sometimes these things turn around and it becomes truth. Sometimes. Now you put into perspective all the things that Kathleen Kennedy has done. Yes, it's been a successful reboot of the Star Wars, not reboot, but a retooling, I would say, continuation of the Star Wars franchise. But she also has lost Disney a fuck ton of money with firing all the directors that she's hired, and then all the reshoots and everything. And then the missed opportunity with.
You're looking at okay, so we had to pay those directors for whatever, and then we lost these directors for these projects or whatever, and then sure that's a lot of money, but like The Force Awakens in like toys alone made like $4 billion. It pretty much paid them back for their purchase of Star Wars to begin with. Star Wars is in no need, like, oh my god, we're losing money because of these directors. Bull fucking shit. Like that, I don't buy it. I like all this stuff of her like losing money for them because it costs so much to fire these directors. No, it doesn't. You kidding me? They just fucking bought Fox for like $80-something billion. This is nothing to them. Nothing.
Oh yeah, listen, I'm not for this. I think she's doing a fantastic job.
I agree.
I think she's doing the best anybody can do, and she's a genius at what she does. I mean, we've talked about it before.
If she does leave, it's not going to be because she got fired. There's no way. She worked with George Lucas for like 30 fucking years. There's like, if there's anyone more capable and like knowledgeable of Star Wars and what he had in mind for the universe or the vision that he had for the movies and all this stuff, like even though they're kind of ignoring a lot of that as far as these new movies go.
Was it Lucas that she worked with? I thought it was Spielberg. She was big with Spielberg.
Was it not both of them on like the Indiana Jones movies?
Because Indiana Jones, they worked on Indiana Jones together.
That's true, Indiana Jones.
And at Celebration last year, they were out together and they were talking about how they'd worked together for years. But again, Indiana Jones, right? But still, that's like over 30 years, right? Of like but it's just like if she leaves, it's going to be because she's going to finish the trilogy. She's going to finish Episode 9 at least. And that's just whatever comes after, if she decides to stay on or not. But at that point, it'll just be because, boom, I made my stamp on Star Wars, I'm going to move on. And that's fine, because, again, she has had a huge career in movies. Mm-hmm. And I can understand maybe not wanting to get tied down from Star Wars for the rest of your career. At the same time, why not? Like, Dave Filoni's been doing it since the Clone Wars, like 10 years ago. He's been doing it for over 10 years now. And it's had 2 successful TV shows come out of it. And then he's going to have the Resistance later this fall. Like, why fucking milk it? Get that goddamn paycheck. Like, I don't understand. So, and again, this goes back to the thing we've talked about before, where there's all these fucking man babies just crying about how Star Wars isn't what it used to be, and that Kathleen Kennedy is making this for women, and I'm so butthurt. Like, Disney's not listening to these people, so like, just feeding their egos that like, oh, she's gonna leave, is bullshit. Like, this whole line of everything can just fuck off. I'm tired of these stories. It's bullshit.
So next week I'm going to have 2 more for you.
This is his new trigger besides Nintendo.
Well, that's one good. I was very much on the fence about posting it because I don't like to post stuff about rumors, but it's kind of a big one. So it's just like, fuck, this is actually making its rounds around Hollywood, and it's interesting to see where it goes, if anything does go from there.
I think it's just in line with like them canceling or putting the other Star Wars stories movies on hold, but then not
putting them on hold.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of hearsay. No one knows what's going on. Again, there's so many just people screaming in the void about how like mad they are about The Last Jedi and how she's ruined the Star Wars universe. It's just like, fuck off, all of you. Just fuck off.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Actually, I'm going to read this one real quick before we get into DC, because of the fact that it does have to do with Disney. Disney is shutting down its direct-to-video animation studio, Disney Toon. Oh, that's sad.
Well, I mean, what has come out from there?
They did Planes. Planes came out from there. Lion King 1.5, Little Mermaid 2. Pretty much anything that was a sequel that didn't go to theater went through there. 47 feature films went direct to video, and so
Like
there
Aladdin
was
2, Aladdin 3.
but now mostly Disney only greenlight stuff that's going to the big screen. So it's not like
Well,
I don't know.
that's
Are we
what I'm
missing anything? I don't know. Maybe
Well,
not.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my point. Is like, I mean, yeah, Little Mermaid 2, Lion King 1.5. I mean, those are like 10, 15, 20 years old. I mean, yeah, they also did like a Goofy movie. Again, was it 1998? And it plans being the more recent franchise, which is a spinoff of Pixar's Cars, right? Like,
Mhm.
but if unless they're doing like stuff that gets aired on TV in a way, but if this is just direct to video, then like, what the fuck have they?
You know
what
what?
else
This
they've
also
done?
has this also at the end of the story brings up a good point as well. Since they're introducing the streaming service, they may just fucking close this studio down and move everyone over to working on that shit, you know? Like, so it may be a closing of this studio, but they may rehire everybody to go work at the on the different projects that they're making for the streaming service.
You know,
So
why not? Why not?
yeah. Speaking of streaming services, everyone's doing it. DC's getting into it, you know, following Disney. Their DC Universe will stream. This has just been all announced. They're going to be streaming superhero TV shows, movies, comics to iOS, Apple TV, and others. And they just announced the first 2 seasons of Batman, the animated series, will be on the service at launch.
Only the first
Cool.
2 of like the 3.
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't get that third final season. Oh shit!
They're going to have the original Wonder Woman series in HD for the first time.
The Linda Carter one, like the live action?
It sounds
I
like
think so.
Nice.
That's what it looks like. So
Okay.
they're bringing that into HD. They've got the live actions Titans, which is a gritty reimagining of the animated Teen Titans show. Swamp Thing, Doom Patrol, and Young Justice Outsiders, and as well as Harley Quinn will all be there on that app, as well as much more. And they're going to be, see, here's the thing that really bothers me about this streaming service is they're going to be releasing decades worth of comics, right? They'll be available to read. But I don't know, like they're just picking and choosing as well with what comic series they're going to put on it. Like I would like to see what they did with Marvel, and maybe they will do this because it hasn't launched yet. But when you subscribe to Marvel's comics online, you have access to everything. I think it takes them 6 months to a year to put the newest stuff online, but you have access to it all, and it all goes to digital within. So you have everything from the past up to 6 months ago. And it's, I mean, I would love to see that with DC as well. And I don't want to see a picky choosy thing. Of course, you know, I'm sure some series are junk and nobody reads them, but
you know, and to go back to the shows and stuff, there was they released, I guess, an image of Robin from the new Teen Titans stuff or whatever. And was that real? Was that a real thing?
Yep.
Like it looked cool, but then
it looked awesome.
I sent you the set photos that were snapped like in New York or whatever, or wherever it was a while back, and it looked so cheesy and like cheap and weird.
It did, but also you're looking at a camera photo instead of
but
you're looking at
even and again, it's like all the context, because what context are these characters on the street like this? But like Beast Boy is green, and the kid just had green hair, and that was it. And I hope that they do more than that in the show. Like if he's just green hair and like normal skin, I hope that it's like some like, oh, I'm on the streets. Like I'm not going to be Beast Boy right now. Like I've got makeup on or something. And then that's the thing with Starfire is that like she's an alien, so like her skin is normally orange. Which again, they hired a black actress for this, which is fine. But it's just one of those things where it's like, will she become orange when she's like not in like, oh, I'm trying to blend in human form? I'm just very curious. And these fucking step photos don't answer any of these goddamn questions I have.
Well, they're not.
you're gonna have to wait.
I don't want to wait. I want to know now. God damn it! Because it looked cheap. It looked bad. It looked like something like the CW would try to pass.
Damn.
Well, that's probably the quality that we're gonna get. And Kev is excited about this one.
Yeah.
They have just announced for the 15th time that a Halo-related TV show is coming to Showtime and starts filming in 2019.
But it's really, really happening this time, you guys.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yay.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I think the problem with this is that it's 10 years too late.
Yeah.
is Halo.
Well,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
Halo 6
Halo's still
yeah,
the
but they announced
property.
Halo 6.
Yeah, I know they announced Halo 6, but is it the same property that it was 10 years ago?
Man, I don't think they're really like going too far from the source material. You know what I mean? It's a new company that does it because obviously Bungie's working on Destiny now. And
Yeah, but they already put out Halo 5 with that same different company other than
they put out Halo 4 was the first one.
Oh, was
So
it
Halo?
Halo
Yeah, it was
4?
Halo 4, then 5, and now it's going to be this one too.
Yeah. I just don't know if it's a system seller or worth a TV show. Like I still love the armor, but it's still I don't know, man. It seems so
There's a lot of lore to it. There's a lot of story to tell. So I guess just
I mean, I guess. But
it doesn't have to be all about Master Chief. You can talk about the Spartan program in general, or go
But
on.
people don't come for
ODST
that.
stuff.
People want the chief.
the Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really cool because I remember that a couple of years ago when they started making all these props. It was Weta Workshop that was doing all the props and stuff for it, and then nothing happened for a long time.
Peter Jackson was supposed to be doing it. That's why Weta was so involved.
Yeah, and then they ended up using that stuff for some of the live action commercials and shit that they did. Remember those? Those were pretty fucking sick.
They
But
were
like,
awesome,
I just until I see like a goddamn trailer, this is not happening. It will never happen. It can't. Like it feels way too late. It feels way too fucking late. This feels like a franchise that's moved on. Unless 6 comes out and it's just fucking groundbreaking in some way.
It has to be, right? It has to show off something new. It can't be the same old, same old. Like it has to blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to have some cool level design. I want to see some shit like I saw with fucking Titanfall 2 in that storyline. Like I was so fucking blown away by that futuristic fucking thing. Oh my god. So cool. So cool. All right, let's get into some gaming. Hey, so the Crash Bandicoot unlocked and I've been playing that nonstop.
Nice.
And I'm stuck right now on the second boss.
Already?
Huh?
Is that the one where you have to like keep jumping the little bricks or whatever, and he's
Yes.
like you have to throw bombs at him or whatever?
Yes, Kev. Yes. Fuck. And I was going through the first levels and I was like, man, I don't remember this being so easy. And now I want to throw a goddamn controller through the fucking monitor because it's like, stop jumping in the fucking water. Crash.
Oh, man. Yeah,
But-
and it's a beautiful game too.
It is. It is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. Man, they seriously did a great job remaking this game, and it definitely shows. It's fantastic. Kev, are you playing it?
I played a little bit of it just to see what it looked like with 60 frames, and it's smooth as butter. Yeah, because I have it on PS4, and the
Mhm.
Pro helps, but it still runs 30 frames. And like I said, once you see 60 frames and go back down to 30, it's a world of difference. So I am definitely gonna stick to the PC version.
Yeah, it's so speaking of the PC and gaming, like we are, fuck, I had no good transition here, but the Olympics are considering esports.
That would
Isn't
be
that
awesome.
crazy? That's nutso, man. Now the story goes on and it's very, very negative because they're like, anyway, the Olympics can make money. Of course, they're talking about it.
I have issues with it.
Okay.
Just well, I'm not saying that esports aren't like a game, like a sport in a way. There is something different about the Olympics versus an esport. I will say for sure. Like I will put this on par with basketball, baseball, or whatever, as far as like leagues and teams and all that, and like the joy of watching people play. But the Olympics is supposed to be about. I mean, it is about like your greatest athletes, like
Right.
and their physicality and stuff. And again, not saying that like there isn't some like physicality to gaming, but at the same time, like it doesn't feel like this is a sport that belongs there when they haven't added things like skateboarding.
Yeah.
I think
No, for
skateboarding is
sure.
actually coming in like the next Olympics. They've talked about it, but there's other sports that I feel
But-
are more sports than esports.
Mhm.
Okay.
Especially
Well,
when esports are such a fad, because like not necessarily fad, but like okay, so PUBG dies within the next 5 years or whatever. then what? Like it's not you know what I mean? Like I guess you could switch out what game you're playing. Like, oh, we're gonna Overwatch this year. Like what game are you playing for an Olympic sport?
Mhm.
There's so many different esports and stuff.
Well, so I guess the 2022 Asian Games have already made room for an esports as a medal event. And so, like, I guess it's underway with all this shit that's happening, which is kind of crazy. Like,
Not bad.
I agree with you, Doug. Like, I got shit last time we talked about esports and how it was like they're not athletes. I got a lot of shit from listeners because of it, and I was like, no, I get it. Like, they work very hard at their craft. I'm not trying to put them down, but they're not physical athletes. And I don't know.
Which is my argument against the Olympics in this regard. Like,
right.
It's not. Like, I'm not gonna put, I don't know any like prominent like esports people or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna put them on par with like Phelps, whatever his fucking name is.
The thing is, the problem I have with it
it's
is
not
that
Fred. I know for a fact it's not Fred.
Yeah,
Fred Phelps.
Fred Phelps, the wettest motherfucker I know.
He's the deadest motherfucker,
Fred Phelps. Jeremy, have you ever heard of a little trouble group called the Westboro Baptist Church?
Yeah. Yeah, Fred Phelps was the leader of that.
Yeah. Get wet with Fred Phelps. Oh God. We're gonna go to hell and see him there.
Well, we'll just join. We're right there next to him, and we'll go like, "What? But why?
What the why?
But why? Listen, if you're down here, it should just be like you and Hitler, right? Like, there's no reason for me to be here. Like,
yeah.
I didn't do anything as bad as you. Like, goddamn.
Can we talk? Can we have a talk, please?
Hey, God.
So the problem I have with the esports thing as well is the organization of it. Until it reaches the level of having a kind of format like the NBA or NFL or one of these professional sports leagues where you're drawing a ton of fucking people and their teams have their own arenas and they actually travel and you can root for a home team instead of everyone playing in one fucking place. Like, it's really hard to create a team that you want to cheer for that you can't physically see and be there with and feel like you're a part of it, right? Like, before this whole Overwatch league started, Doug and I were pretty excited about maybe going and checking out this Dallas team and going to an actual game until we found out that they're all being played in LA. And so that kind of kills it because you're like, man, I want to root for this team, but I can't physically be there and like get excited and the electricity isn't there. And so I don't know. I would like to see all of that happen before we start talking Olympics as well. So.
Also, I don't mean for this to sound like racist at all, but I feel like there's countries that are going to have a fucking advantage over every other country.
Any Asian
Russia
country, for sure. Oh,
Like,
you said Russia.
Well, but I mean, you can even look at some of the like American like esports teams and stuff, and that like they the people from the Houston team probably aren't all from America. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably some from other countries.
Hey,
I mean, that's
That's
how
what happens in the World Cup and even the Olympics.
Sure,
where they go back to their home country to play for them.
Sure. No, I get that, Kev. What I'm saying is that some of them are going to have players that are going to just wipe the floor with every other country.
Hey, hold on. Now, there was that the Asian team in Overwatch that went like 0-48. So there you go.
What is it? What?
I'm just saying that, we think that all the teams from different countries are going to be better at certain things because there's such a huge dedication to it, Kev. Not North.
Everyone lives on the
Korean
same clock, baby. You put in the time.
Like Dr. Merrick says in the chat, Korea wins the gold in StarCraft every time because of how much time they invest into it and how good they are.
Okay.
And also they were I'm not reading that. In the chat.
See what you started.
I'm not getting into that. Let's move on to the next.
Started a race kerfuffle.
I'm just saying that, like, you know, there's always news stories about someone who went to a computer cafe or internet cafe or whatever you want to fucking call it over in, like, Korea or China, and then the person dropped dead because they fucking mined gold for 48 hours straight, sitting in a goddamn chair, and their heart gave out. Like, people are fucking dedicated in other countries, and most of the time it's probably just to put food on their table because that's probably how they make their, like, paychecks and stuff. But at the same time, like, god damn. Whereas in the United States, if you play a video game and you're over the age of 12, you're apparently just a loser. I don't know.
You cut out. What'd you say? If you play it longer than 2 hours?
No, if you play and you're older than 12, you're a loser.
Oh, yeah.
In the United States.
Oh, well, I've gotten used to that.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to live in a country where gaming is just the number one thing. It's acceptable, and everyone fucking cheers you on for it instead of this bullshit. You're fucking nerd.
I would probably go with South Korea or Japan. I would say those would be the most widely accepted for gaming.
So, much love to everybody out there. We're not trying to say that. Anyways, hey, how come this story didn't come out months ago when they canceled the Star Wars project over at EA? I would think that this came out. She was the project lead for the Uncharted series, right? Amy, is it Hennig?
Yes.
Is that her name? Yeah, she was one of the major leads over there at fucking Naughty Dog. And then she left for EA, started working on this Star Wars project. And then the Star Wars project died. And then all of a sudden this
Visceral
huge
shut down.
Right, Visceral shut down. It was the single player Star Wars game. And then that was like 6 months ago that we found that out.
Something like that. I think it was like back in January.
Like but just now it's coming out that that she left EA and started her own independent studio, which is kind of strange. Like, I would think that once Visceral shut down, she would have announced or said something that she was gone as well. I don't know.
Thought they did.
Yeah.
A lot of the big news story here is that project entirely has been shelved, which we shouldn't be surprised because of Visceral going down and her leaving.
Right.
It should be a no-brainer that it was shelved.
Right.
But the fact that we haven't seen anything at... Okay, Windows, thank you for making a noise at me right now. Sorry, just got a little doodle-doo. We haven't seen anything at E3 for these games in like 2 years. You know, there's a little picture in this article that is from that little demo they showed. Like, you know, when they were first announcing like Battlefront, they're like, ooh, Battlefront's coming. Also, this game from Visceral. And we were like, what the fuck? Fuck Battlefront. Give me that game. And like, it barely showed anything except for this guy walking on the streets of Tatooine. We all lost our goddamn minds. And like, we haven't seen anything from that since. And like, I don't know.
I don't understand. Here's my question. Fuck the story. Here's my question. Why can't we just get a game that we want where we play as a fucking Jedi or as a Sith?
Dude,
like, that's what everyone
we did. Knights of the Old Republic.
Well, here's the thing with that, Kev. I saw someone recently on Twitter post. It was Britton Peel, who works for the Dallas Morning News, and he's one of their, like, I forget what the name of their section is, but he like reviews movies and video games and stuff, and he's about our age. And he posted like, I'm okay with this. Like, I'm starting to feel the Star Wars fatigue. Like, I feel like there's too much Star Wars happening right now. And he's like, I love Star Wars, but I feel like there's too much. And, you know, I was reading through the comments and stuff, and like, one, I want to go, I think it's Star Wars fatigue, but you have Marvel fatigue. There's fucking 3 new Marvel movies every goddamn year. Like, I don't, no. And then, on top of that, like, what Star Wars games have we had since Disney took over, aside from Battlefront and Battlefront 2? Like, there's a bunch of mobile games, sure, but, like, I'm not playing those. Like, and sure, I'm sure there are a lot of people that are, but, like, what fatigue are you talking about? Like, we haven't had a good Star Wars game in years. But there was a time, like 10 plus years ago, where we had KOTOR, KOTOR 2, Force Unleashed 2, you know, the original Battlefront series, and like the Jedi Outcast and Jedi Knight, all this stuff within a span of like 5 to 10 years. And it's been that long since we've had any good games. And someone in the chat said Lego. Sure. Yes, you could count Lego. But even Lego then was still the original trilogy saga or whatever came out almost 10 years ago. Like, there's still... we haven't really had anything new to like to really get into, like, especially like KOTOR, these new stories in the universe. And it's because they're keeping such a tight lid on the current canon that like they're trying to establish their universe, I think, before they do that. But at the same time, like, you got to give us something. And so
Yeah.
that's where I don't agree with this Star Wars fatigue as far as video games are concerned, because
don't either,
Battlefront and Battlefront 2 aren't fucking cutting it.
Nope.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't agree with that fatigue either, because it's just like you said, nobody fucking mentions it's just these hardcore fans who keep saying that shit. Nobody mentions about Marvel, and because all these movies are fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's been like we've gotten four Star Wars movies, and people are like, it's over. We got to cut it off. It sucks. We got to take a break.
Man,
Anyways.
children.
Hey, so Sony's got a lot of shit for this cross-platform thing. We went ahead and talked about it last week. So they've come out with a bigger statement saying that they're confident they're going to find a solution to cross-platform play. This is such a PR piece of shit statement.
Yep.
Because I think I said it last week. I'll say it this time. The guys behind Rocket League said that all they have to do is flip a switch and crossplay is on. Like, they even did it. They left crossplay on for about 3 hours, and they were like, and then on Twitter they went, "Oops, did we do that? Our bad." And so, like, they've already had crossplay available and on. So here's the quote from Sony. "You can imagine that the circumstances around that affect a lot more than just one game. I'm confident we'll get a solution which will be understood and accepted by our gaming community while at the same time supporting our business. AKA, we're not making money off of it, so we're not going to turn it on." And I heard somebody else talking about this, and they're like, well, they're afraid that Sony is going to lose out on money from DLC or from fucking buying goods and shit like that, like on a Fortnite where you can spend $25 on a helmet and or on a suit, and Sony's not getting that money. I'm sorry, but the person who's playing on Xbox is not fucking buying your PS4 and downloading Fortnite to play on it. They already have it. People just want to play with your friends, and even the developers are starting to get pissed off by this shit.
Yep.
And they're getting loud, man. Bethesda's Tom Howard came out.
Todd Howard.
Sorry, his name's Tom. They just call
Tom
him Tom.
Howard.
It's Tom Howard. They've made a huge mistake in all the printing.
Thomas Todd the third Howard.
The third
so-
Howard.
The third Howard.
The third.
So Todd Howard has come out and said that Sony is preventing Fallout 76 crossplay. And like, what a fucking bombshell that is to just cut. Like, people are pissed, and Sony has got to do something and fucking do it now. I don't care
people
about
are
you
already
being on top anymore. Yeah, you're the number one fucking company, but this shit is what Microsoft kind of played with, and that's why they're not on top anymore. Because they were like, you know what? We're making dumb decisions. We don't need first-party games anymore. Let's get rid of them all. And then they did, and now they're number 2 this generation. So if you keep playing with fucking fire, you're gonna get burned, you piece of shit, Sony.
Okay, well, I was going to also say this all came up too way around E3 when what was it? Fortnite came out on Switch, and people with PS4 accounts couldn't cross-platform to Switch, so
Right.
they couldn't transfer their account. So all the stuff that they had on their PS4 account would not transfer
Yeah.
over to Switch.
I would even counter that, and that last year with Minecraft, and Minecraft was like, you can play with everyone except for Sony. They were like,
Yeah.
you can play on Nintendo and Xbox and PC,
But yeah,
but not
That's what's-
PlayStation.
it sucks. Like I want to play Fortnite on the Xbox One X and see how that is on it, and I can't do it because my account. I don't want to create a new account on Epic Games just for my Xbox One X and Fortnite. So yeah, that sucks.
Yep. Agreed. Google is thinking of making a gaming system.
Okay, moving on.
Yep. And Oculus Oculus is only going to have to pay ZeniMax $250 million for copyright infringement. How about that?
Oh well,
How about
that's nice.
That's real nice. They were looking to get like $500 million, and the judge was like, "No, we're going to give you $200 million for the breach of contract, and then $50 million for copyright infringement." So
Damn.
50 million is a slap on the wrist for fucking Facebook. Like, hey, copyright infringement, they should be fucking shut down because of that shit. But nah, yeah, fuck it. You can still stay in business. Here's 50 million. So, but they're so happy right now. ZeniMax is going after everybody, Warner Brothers and everybody.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
They want that Disney money.
Mm-hmm. All right, last story of the night. This is kind of crazy. Just to step back on the Fortnite train, just how fucking ridiculously popular this game is. So when Fortnite was first released, it had physical copies, and right now they're going for $450 on eBay.
Woo! Jarlin.
People stupid.
People are so dumb.
People stupid.
I don't know, man. You think you're gonna buy one of these things and like, hey, I'm gonna put it in a case, and one day my kids are gonna know what Fortnite was. It was the biggest game of 2018.
Oh,
They
they're gonna know, all right.
They played it at the 2020 Olympics.
I got it signed by the #1 player in the world at the time, Ninja.
Michael Phelps. Oh.
Fred Phelps.
Fred Phelps.
Fred Phelps.
It
The
was
wettest motherfucker.
I knew.
Oh, so good. Fuck him.
Rest in hell. Don't rest. I hope you burn for eternity. You
Stay
piece of
awake.
shit.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good time out there making the boom boom tomorrow. And
I don't know what that. I make boom boom every day.
fireworks.
Oh, fireworks. Okay, never mind.
4th of July, boom booms. Come on. Any other day, boom booms can mean one of two things. That's going to the bathroom or
Right.
making a baby. But that's for you to decide. How you make your boom booms is up to you. But on
Yeah,
July
no.
4th, the boom booms are for the fireworks. Okay?
I'm on board.
All right, good. Well, that's it for the show. Do you guys have anything else? That's a no. Until next week, happy 4th of July, everybody. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Doug.
I'm Kevin.
I should have waited. See, I don't know why I say happy 4th of July before. I should have saved it. Hold on, let me try it again.
Okay.
All right, guys, until next week, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Doug.
I'm Kevin.
And have a happy July 4th. Lots of love, hugs, and lots of boom booms.